Hello, guys, and we are back with another GCW Post-Show. We are so excited to be here with you today. Some fuck shit is going on with the other pay-per-view, but we will not be talking about that. You can watch ADH Divas at 6 p.m. Bianca time or EST if you're interested in hearing me rant and cry about that tomorrow, as well with the Big Swole stuff. But let's talk about who we have here today. Let's go with introductions. From Kiley, then we'll go to Wyatt, then we'll go to Mike. Okay.
Oh, we got the points down.
So I'm Kiley. I do the GCW Post-Show. I do ADH Divas. Lots of stuff.
And you do interviews. LOL.
I do interviews too.
Wyatt, who are you?
So I am on this show, the GCW Post Shows, and occasional editorials on bodyslam.net, and hopefully some podcasts here in the near future. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Not yet announced. Will be announced this week. Mike.
I'm Mike. I do obviously the GCW Post Show here, and can be found Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. respectively, doing live results coverage, updated match by match on bodyslam.net for AEW Dynamite and Rampage. And starting on Monday, I will also be posting Raw, NXT, and SmackDown recaps immediately following the broadcast. So not live updated coverage, but I will be at least results posting because
God bless your soul.
Someone's got
to do it.
Right.
Welcome back to the product.
Okay. Just to recap a little bit, this is the same group of people that did the show last week or the week before that? Blood on the Hills. You know what I'm talking about. And then last night we had some other members of the Body Slam crew checking out GCW Till Infinity, and Mike was also there.
I my second podcast in less than 24 hours. 2022 is off to a bang for me.
You cannot compete where you can't compare. I'm at like 9 this week. Jeez. But let's get into this match card. We had some great matches. Some of them I wasn't fully paying attention to, so I'm going to lean on some of the guys here for that because I was having mental breakdowns and stuff. So I apologize in advance for whatever I don't cover. But let's start with the match that opened the show, reasonably so. We had Blake Christian and Alex Zane taking on the Briscoes. Let's talk about your thoughts about this match, your thoughts about the pairing of Blake Christian and Alex Zane as well, because that's kind of unique as well. Mike, do you want to go first with your thoughts on the match and any highlights you had?
I ship it. I ship that couple. I actually tweeted about it during the match because it's a really cool pairing. We kind of touched on it, or we touched on it last night. These guys with the skill sets they developed at the Performance Center, they're such an asset to GCW, and just having them as a tag team together, it's you're going to end up improving the quality of a lot of tag matches with the level of experience and knowledge they both bring. I was wondering how they'd match up stylistically with the Briscoes, and seamless. It was so awesome. Like they had both teams had some pretty great double team offense going. Briscoes, I love the Splash Mountain neck breaker. But I also there was a call that the Briscoes are the masters of redneck kung fu, and that one kind of popped me. It is accurate. It is accurate. No, it was an amazing match. Blake Christian did like a 619, but he did it over the top rope instead of through the ropes, and go figure. Blake Christian and Defying Gravity.
I've recently described Blake Christian as worthwhile on the Distraction podcast. So now he is worthwhile Blake Christian. But throughout this match, I thought that he took some like really crazy counters and bumps. He did like the Spanish fly counter that was super insane.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is happening when I saw that? And then they also had like the gold chairs back, and those aren't like obviously not regular chairs. That scares like the living hell out of me. And Alex at the end was bleeding real bad for a match that didn't look like super, super gruesome. And then there was handshakes after, and I just thought it was funny when I think it was Mark that was playing his belt like it was a guitar. It's just the little moments for me. Wyatt, what did you think about this match?
So, unfortunately, because of stupid technical difficulties, I only saw two frames a second for like several minutes, and then I didn't see anything. And then I finally was able to get into Discord with Mike, and but it was like the end of the match, so I don't really have any thoughts. Unfortunately, I want to see it, but I'll probably go back and watch it tomorrow. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm actually really sad because I do love tag team wrestling, and yeah, I was really excited for that match, and then my computer was just like, nope, not today, not today.
One thing I thought was really funny is I actually tweeted about it, and Kiley saw it, is I was watching the Briscoes and the Usos have a match at literally the same time on like I was like, how hard is this to do? Why can't we make this a reality? But Kai, what did you think about this?
I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was better than the Briscoes versus PCO and Brody King. I thought that the Briscoes are doing just fantastic in GCW. I didn't know if they would be that great of a fit in GCW just because GCW, a lot of the wrestlers are more athletic than the Briscoes and sort of follow a different style. But I think the Briscoes are doing great. I was confused that there was no FTR because I would expect them to continue that.
You think they're giving that to GCW though?
I would not be surprised. I don't think the match is going to happen there. I don't think FTR is going to be in GCW. I mean, I would love them to be there, but I don't think they are. But GCW is the company that would have allowed the Briscoes to do something that would further this little feud they have, and they didn't.
Like a promo or something? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like a run, even just a run-in of some kind, you know?
A run-in? That sounds like too much for TK. TK would be like, that's mine.
I don't know. Moxley's literally the GCW champion, so...
I mean, but that's a match they haven't even, like, fully fleshed out yet. Like, the Briscoes aren't and, like, I think they just want to leave it with the ROH moment.
I feel like if it doesn't happen at the Hammerstein, then it's gonna be probably an AEW ring that one happens in.
They're coming up to North Carolina for a couple of shows real soon, so I feel like
maybe
we might see something happen over there, or maybe they push it all the way off to Revolution, because I don't know what they have planned for FTR right now. It doesn't look like they're in a title picture. So
is AEW in Delaware anytime soon? The Briscoes are from Delaware.
Dude, I don't even know where Delaware is. I feel like every time... Stop. No. Wait.
Does Delaware know where Delaware is?
Literally. No. I feel like every time I talk to people, like, I feel like I just get dumber and dumber because I don't know geography at all. That's geography, right? I'm a math person. This is not my
math people unite.
I don't teach history class. I don't do that. I
Numbers
teach
gang.
English, kind of. That we're gonna move on. Okay, sorry, Kiley. I'm apologizing to you in advance. I feel like I majorly forked up there. Okay. Next, we have Calvin Tankman taking on Yoya. What did you guys think about this match and what they've been putting Yoya through recently?
I thought this match was so good. I love Calvin Tankman. I think he's a rising star in GCW. I think he's going to be doing big things in 2022. And I thought this match was perfectly orchestrated. I thought Yoya's offense was believable, which is difficult considering the size difference. I thought Calvin Tankman was just charismatic. The crowd loved it. The environment was great. I don't think there's anything they could have done better.
And Calvin has a very Keith Lee-like pounce that he does too. That I just noticed, and he did it, and I was like, I see Keith Lee and Adam Cole right there. Mike, what did you think about this match?
Okay, so this was Yoya's third match in 24 hours. He was in a 6-man scramble last night. Also with Calvin Tankman, actually, and like,
Mhm.
and like 4 other dudes that were like at least twice Yoya's size. And then he also wrestled a tag match this afternoon with Janai Kai at the JCW show.
Oh, we talked to Janai Kai. We have an interview with her coming out tomorrow also.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And then like he gets in there with Calvin Tankman. And so like credit one to Yoya's gas tank. No pun intended on the Tankman thing. But like for being able to get in there in like 24 hours, have 3 fucking amazing matches. But this one, like Yoya is so good at just taking bumps for big dudes and looking like he's getting murdered. And like Kiley pointed out, his offense though is like still believable. Like you get the sense that he's gonna maybe like, you know, sneak out a win or something somehow on a dude that's like 5 times his size. But they did some like crazy cool stuff in this match that I've like the running sliced bread up the ring post.
Mm-hmm.
Or when Tankman was like laying in the ropes and Yoya went to crossbody him and Tankman was like laying back on the second rope and caught him and just rolled over and power slammed. But I've never seen that before. And you know, again, like
stuff.
anytime you can do something new in a wrestling ring, like, you know, tip of the hat.
Wyatt, what did you think? Did you get to see more of this match? Okay.
I did. I got to see the whole match, thankfully. But yeah, it was amazing. I was really happy that they had a whole bunch of new spots and stuff that was like just really creative. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is blowing my mind right now. Like what you said, Kiley, where you know his offense was actually believable, which should be hard to do considering, like you said, the size difference. That's in itself is amazing. And like Mike said, with all those spots where they just did new stuff, like you know, like you said, off the ring post, and then the Tankman just sitting there, and then reversing that into the power slam. Like, oh my god, and I even remember while we were watching, Mike, you were like, what the F was that? It was great.
I don't know if it was Kevin Gill or Dave Prazak, but we literally both like said, what the fuck was that? And it was like word.
That sounds like Kevin Gill.
I don't know. Dave Prazak be getting a little, you know, he's getting cozy he's getting cozy on the desk there. But but yeah, it was like we were like in sync with each other saying it. Like it melted my brain. And Yoya hit him with a destroyer too. Like
that was insane.
That was crazy.
Also, like and it like Tankman's athleticism for a dude his size too. Like,
dude, insane.
There's a lot of work on the receiving end of the destroyer to make the destroyer happen. Like you're basically doing a standing backflip while a guy sunset flips you. So for him, you know, like to be as big of a guy as he is, and then you know be doing moves like, you know, doing and taking moves like that, like he does moonsaults and stuff. Like, where are they finding these people now? What's in the water now?
Yeah,
it's just the modern big man wrestler.
It's crazy.
You can't just walk around and pose anymore.
Yeah, nope.
I don't care if you're big; you're putting in work.
We need Omos to start doing moonsaults.
Yeah.
Omos is.
Can you imagine?
Oh man, that would be terrifying.
That man is
Omos that means that Dominic Mysterio is gonna start doing moonsaults. Do you want that to happen?
No, I don't.
Okay, no. So maybe we should not.
Yeah, no, but like,
don't let that man be.
Yeah, what kind of world are we living in when the son of Rey Mysterio can't do a moonsault?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Like,
genetics are not passed down. Every time they talk about a second generation wrestler, I'm like, that person has luck. There might be a little bit of genetics, but
that's your Dante
Hook
Martin.
worked his ass off. Hook doesn't count.
Dante Martin could literally have a kid that like is afraid of heights or something, you know, like
I was gonna say something real inappropriate.
Jaychele.
It's 12 o'clock. It's fair.
DM it to me. I got it.
Okay, Mike. Okay, I'll send in the private
right.
chat actually.
All right,
All
cool.
right, all right.
And then also, what for the finish? What the hell was he gonna do to Tankman? Where he jumped off of his back? What was he about to do before Tankman caught him? I need to know. Like, oh my gosh, like what was the plan?
Like,
I
stop.
need to know.
I would love to see another match with these two.
Somebody's chat. Don't
Oh!
me. I like my platform.
Oh,
No,
Jaychele!
stop. Okay, should we move on to the next match now?
Next match. Oh,
Next
please!
match.
I want to talk about this
Oh,
match so
man.
bad, so
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I'm gonna actually pass this match off to you guys. I was watching the Migos here. I love rap music and I love wrestling. I had to surrender to the Migos for this match, but we did have Joey Janela taking on, mind you, this is 2022, Scotty Too Hotty, fresh off of his departure from the WWE and their performance center. Mike, you were texting me throughout this, very excited. Do you want to go first and share what you thought?
Okay, so like I'm going to preface this with saying I am in my early mid 30s. Scotty Too Hotty, like that was 10 to 16-year-old Mike's one of my favorite wrestlers. Too Cool was too fucking cool. I like this was I had nostalgia injected into my veins in multiple places. Like the whole match was
So good.
Like Scott. Okay, so first of all, like Scotty Too Hotty's 48 years old. He couldn't get cleared at the performance center to actually even take bumps because of his prior neck injury. He hasn't wrestled a match since 2016, and he walks out there, works the crowd like he's The Rock, and then like he got a holy shit chant for pulling a pair of sunglasses out of his damn pocket.
I remember this. I saw this. I was here for this part.
Like he still works a crowd. They started the match off. Joey got did the having the upper hand because he's actually an active wrestler, and Scott Taylor hasn't wrestled a match in 5 years. We found out Scotty can still take a bump, but then he's like also credit to obviously working in WWE for the last 20 years. His facial expressions when he's taking these bumps and selling, like it's I loved it. I believe the man.
Yeah, the entire time I was like, he has no business being this good.
Yeah, and
part of me was like, well, Joey Janela can make anyone look good. But a lot of this, he's just in-ring work. He's so fluid, and he's still athletic, and he's fast. And a lot of these guys who come back, they're not fast, and they're not that
like
fluid.
Sting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I was giving Sting a compliment. Why'd you make that face? I was being positive.
You're saying like Sting?
Okay. I swear you said unlike Sting.
No, I said sounds like Sting.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like Sting. No,
no.
I love Sting. Sorry. Okay. Don't shoot me. No, I like my platform on Twitter. Oh God.
No, but no, and then like he like part of him like with the experience and being such a vet, like there's when he was on the outside and Joey Janela was doing a suicide dive. He didn't stand there like herder waiting to catch Joey Janela, like, just like deer in headlights waiting for 10 seconds. He's like looking confused, looking around, selling that he's like, dazed. He
was a coach, so that makes sense. All the stuff that you're saying makes like complete sense that he's supposed to teach that to people.
It totally does. But the thing is, like, he'll coach people to do it, but they're not always doing it. And, I love watching some AEW. I love watching some GCW. But like when younger guys are out there and someone's inside the ring about to dive on them, a lot of dudes are just doing that like, we're here for you, buddy, trust fall move. So to see him like at the last second turn and be like, okay, it was I want more of that in my wrestling, please. And then he did a cannonball senton off the apron.
Yep.
So good.
That happened
Wyatt,
too.
did you have any thoughts on this match? I don't think you said anything.
Yeah. I was waiting. Being too much of a no.
I'm sorry for being a Scotty too Hotty mark.
I mean,
oh my god,
you took all the words out of my
you
mouth.
said that in 2022, Mike. Just
Yeah.
I said that
crazy.
I said that in 2002.
exactly the point.
It doesn't change.
We're not going to talk about 2002. Apparently, I did that with my tweet earlier. I didn't know I was making people feel bad.
Yeah.
No. You didn't make me feel bad. You just made me feel old, despite being 24.
You broke my hip with words.
But back to the match. Yeah, basically what Mike said. I am a little bit on the younger side. Like I said, I'm 24, but I am pretty familiar with him because whenever I first got into wrestling, I binge watched like everything, or almost everything, leading up to what I was watching. So whenever they put their match on the screen, I was like, wait, what? What timeline is this that we're seeing Scotty too Hotty wrestle in GCW of all places? What? This is the most random thing. and yeah, exactly. And I was
Sorry, we're not gonna get over that.
It took me a second to process that. But
Goddamn, Mike. Oh god.
Yeah, and yeah, I love the whole bit with the sunglasses, them going back and forth, and then them swapping the sunglasses. That was great. Like Mike said, I was like, wow, he's rocking, or he's able to get the crowd this invested with taking out freaking sunglasses, and oh man, it was great. And so that whole segment part before the match was great. And then like Mike said, that freaking cannonball senton off the damn apron, oh my god, I was like, oh dude,
Yeah.
dude.
It's always scary when they take bumps like that and they've had a serious injury. But can I just say, Joey Janela is in great shape.
Oh yeah.
That man has worked hard. I have to give him his flowers for that. He looked great in this match too, as much as I think Scotty too Hotty was the star. Joey Janela was there and he was good.
Joey's been in the gym.
He was
Mike was
good.
that.
Takes a pause and says good. God, Kiley.
And like back to the it's always scary seeing a guy take bumps like that. He took Joey gave him a Death Valley driver on the apron.
Yeah,
and like the fact
that
that
man has neck issues too.
Yeah, like that's like every time I see Bryan Danielson get hit in the head, like when he does like diving headbutts, I'm like, why do you guys do these? Like, don't take these. Please, you're scaring me.
Yeah, exactly.
Does
Or
he have
anything with
kids?
Edge in his
I
neck.
bet you he has kids.
He definitely does.
Oh.
He gave a really beautiful speech at the end of the match, actually thanking Joey and explain. I would definitely I would definitely recommend looking it up. It was
okay.
I didn't cry when Punk came back, and I didn't cry when Hangman won the world title, but there might have I didn't cry, but like that was closer than either of those two moments got me, and like.
Wow.
I feel like if
very
you keep me around Mike long enough, my gimmick will rub off on Mike, and he'll be a crier too, and we can all cry together.
Good. That sounds great.
It's entirely possible.
And then we can cry together when Ricky beats Hangman.
I'll scream, dance, I'll cry. I'm not gonna say what I'll do because then people will hold me to my word. So I'm gonna say,
yeah.
I was gonna make some real bad promises. Okay. Let's talk about the state of Effie. So, Kiley's the biggest Effie fan. We're going to pass it off to her. But I did want to mention that I got some inside news that this match would be coming up. Segment would be next after the match with Scotty too Hotty. So I had to pay attention to this. But I'm going to pass it off to Kiley now to cover her favorite in the whole entire world.
Can I just say I was terrified for most of this? This man was talking like he was leaving GCW, he was retiring, he was doing something. And I was like, if you go to WWE, Effie, I will never see you again because I do not watch that program. And so the entire time, I'm fingers crossed. I'm like, not WWE, not anything but WWE. I'll watch anything to see Effie, but I will not watch WWE. That is an ethical boundary for me. And so the entire time, I'm like, Effie, like he's reliving all these highlights. I'm getting emotional. He's dragging me in. But then he says, you know what? Effie's fine. And I'm like, you know what? Damn right you're fine, Effie. You know what? You are fine. And I'm happy. I'm celebrating. I'm like, Effie's not leaving me. Effie's
I'm writing a timestamp down for this. So I can go back, clip this, and post it for Effie to see this. Because
and I'm like, you know what? Effie would never leave me. You know what? You know, he's just committed to us. And then I'm happy. I'm celebrating. And then the lights go down. Effie says, hey, did the power get cut off? And I'm like, you tell me, Effie. But you know what happens? There's a man in a cowboy hat. I'm thinking, if this is Matt Cardona,
the way that Kiley is breaking this down sounds like she's reading a book, and this is the best coverage of GCW ever right now. Okay, continue.
I take Effie very seriously.
I can tell.
So there's a man in a cowboy hat. I'm thinking, Matt Cardona, he just got married. If he left his honeymoon for this, that's kind of bad. I'm like, who else could it be, though? And it's Jeff Jarrett, of all people. It's Jeff Jarrett, and he hits him with the guitar. And now I'm supposed to just rationalize in my head on my own that Jeff Jarrett is in GCW.
But listen, let's look at the positive side, okay? At least they know Effie is a huge star. And an opportunity to work with Jeff Jarrett is huge. So Effie equal huge. Effie is fine. Effie equal huge.
I just want to know who, how did this happen? Brett Lauderdale is sitting there and he's like, who could we bring in for Effie? Because he's beaten everyone in GCW and we need someone else. And he's like, you know what?
How much do you want to bet Effie gave that idea? I think that's Effie's idea. That has to be.
Effie's like, cowboy Jeff Jarrett.
That crazy shit is Effie.
You could flip a coin on Brett or Effie, and I'd believe whichever side it landed on.
Yeah.
And the thing I appreciate about GCW is if Jeff Jarrett walked out on any other pay-per-view and blasted someone with a guitar,
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like you'd have lost me. I don't even have doubts about where this could go. Like,
do we feel like Jeff Jarrett
probably gonna happen?
Do we feel like Jeff Jarrett still has kind of a taboo feel about him in wrestling? Like, do we feel like he's been forgiven by the fans for TNA, or then going back to WWE, or do we feel like Jeff Jarrett is still a no-no?
It depends. It depends who's telling Jeff Jarrett where the story's going.
I feel like I gotta do more research on this because you're making it sound like he did some horrible shit.
No.
Well,
okay. So like,
was it about my skin color?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
That's always my
bad promoter.
Okay.
No,
he was a bad promoter.
No, he's just Jeff Jarrett, good in the ring, maybe not, running the show all the time.
Okay.
Not wasn't the worst at it, but
yeah.
I apologize for that being my first question. It's just always how I defend myself.
Also, like when the lights went out, the crowd did a can't see shit. Yeah,
that was great.
What was so funny to me about this is it's GCW. So I was like, fuck, did the lights actually go out? Like, is this actually
I thought so too.
I literally wrote lights go out ? Planned ? Because I was like,
how embarrassing though if it wasn't planned and they just turned them back on and Emil Day gets on the mic and he's like, sorry.
It's Jersey, who knows?
Very fair. And
Fair.
at the end of this segment with Jeff Jarrett, we see Effie get carried to the back, help to the back by my bestie, AJ Gray, wearing his glasses without the nail paint, sadly, and Ellie Catch. And then we go into the do or die number one contender Rumble. And I have the names. I think I'm in order, so I'm just going to quickly go through them. Jordan Oliver, Tony Deppen, Jack Cartwheel, Dante Leon, Ninja Mac, Atticus Kogar, Nick Wayne, Dark Sheik, Matthew Justice, Jimmy Lloyd, AJ Gray with a heart next to his name, Cole Radrick, Homicide, Shane Mercer, PCO, G Raver, Colby Carino, Ali Catch, Billy Starks, also bestie, and then last entrant, 420, Grim Reaper. Okay. Let's talk about thoughts on the people who were in this match. The winner was Homicide. Who did you guys want to win? Lots of things to talk about. We got like a Royal Rumble here, so.
Yeah, I think most people expected Homicide to win just because Homicide Moxley. I thought the people in the match, I thought it was a good mix. I don't think anyone realistically would have beat Homicide for that spot. I
was kind of rooting for Atticus a little bit. I just thought it would have been interesting.
Yeah. Atticus was definitely the most over in the whole match, I thought.
Yes.
I thought he got the best reactions of everyone.
That scary little devil nightmare man. That skewer shit, I go like this.
No idea.
I go like this with the skewers. I can't. That's my one thing. No!
He's great.
Inside the body. Oh my God.
I really think that like by the end of 2022, he's either gonna. I think I at the very least, I think he's got that Extreme title that PCO brought back. I could see Atticus wearing something like that, on kind of a path to the GCW title.
Why
by the end of this year.
GCW title?
I could see him there too. Honestly,
he's over enough.
You could
Depends
really
who he takes it from, but
yeah. But like my contender, like I was thinking maybe AJ Gray could win, Matthew Justice, Atticus Kogar, Homicide, and then Homicide. And I was like, that feels probably likely. But I do think it speaks volumes for the direction of Atticus Kogar, having him and Homicide as the final two in this match.
Oh, yeah. I think it was also interesting how far Jordan Oliver went from number one specifically, too, which was super interesting. And I feel like they're giving him like this strong baby face push, like a slow, not like a super slow burn, but like a slow enough burn that we're like, okay, he's a star. Like him and Atticus in that match was great. I'm super excited to see how both of them grow as stars eventually, because they're going to meet right back up and it's going to be an even bigger match. And of course, AJ Gray had the best spots in this fucking match, my dude. You saw him being Ninja AJ?
Yep.
Ninja Gray. Love that.
Great.
The face he made with Billy and fucking Allie. Sorry.
That's an immortal gif. That's going to live on forever.
It was great.
That's that one's gonna like cross over outside of wrestling gifs and like into just gifs.
I hope
like,
so.
in general.
It was great.
But why my besties have to throw each other out the match?
They did it just for you.
Just for you.
I literally feel like they did it to fuck with me. I'm literally gonna have a talk with AJ and be like, did you do that to fuck with me?
They probably planned it in the back. They were like, you know what? Jaychele is going to be really mad about this.
And I'm mad Billy didn't tell me. Me and her literally talked before she like went out. Like we talked like last night. Billy, Bessie, what? Okay.
Ninja Mac is crazy though. Like,
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's great.
Him doing the Kofi handstand, but then they like there's not even a railing to
I thought people were gonna catch him and walk him up to the ring, which
I was hoping for that too. Or
I don't know
then
if they can do that.
He made his way over to some chairs and stood on the chairs, and I was hoping he'd kind of like grab the backs of the chairs and like snowshoe himself back to the ring, like a transformer or something with giant boots.
I was really disappointed that PCO just eliminated.
I was literally.
Oh yeah, that was
PCO.
How do we have the same brain?
I saw somebody call that in a tweet.
I feel like he's like, fuck it though. Like he's like, I know I'm probably not gonna win. Let me just be a G as I go out.
Yeah, and scare the hell out of the audience.
No
Oh
one.
my god.
So you're telling me PCO has no confidence in his own ability to win? That's why he.
I feel like he's also a crazy man, so
No.
I feel like it's fair.
He's so confident that he knows no man can eliminate him, so he'll eliminate himself.
He should just be like, if I want that title, I'm getting it, and then he can be like, I don't need this shit, and just get out the match. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
He's
it was
bye.
like, Homicide and Moxley will be a good match. I'm outie.
I have so many questions. I literally texted Cass. I was like, it's legal for them to smoke on pay-per-view in this building right now?
If you
Inside the ring?
Only if you're Grim Reaper.
Well, you did pass around though.
Oh,
I mean, I was like, COVID? COVID?
Yeah. I was thinking just about the like indoors with weed, and I didn't even think about. I like the pandemic slipped my mind.
That was the first thing I thought about, but then I was like, COVID? COVID? Okay, maybe we shouldn't be. Okay. I'm just so excited Billy was in this match. Still, I can't get over it. I'm so proud of her. I love Billy Starks. Put Billy and Allie in a tag team, please. That sounds great. If Effie's gonna go for singles gold, be in a tag team together. That'll put Billy Starks on pay-per-view all the time, and I can just freak out every single time. So
that would be great because they had really good chemistry when they were working together, and they were doing mirror spots. That was amazing. That was probably my favorite part of the match, aside from AJ's GIF reaction face. But aside from that, like that was like my favorite part of the match was them two doing the mirror spot. It was great. I was like, yo, let's go.
I feel like I'm joking about all the AJ stuff, but I'm honestly like proud of him for having like those giftable moments, because that's something that's so important in like the internet age, is to make sure that you have those moments that translate to social media and, like Mike said, can go beyond like the regular like wrestling platform. So I'm very, very proud of AJ for that. Any final comments on this match or what we saw here?
Oh yes, Nick Wayne is still goated.
I gotta find a way to make Nick Wayne my next bestie. I'm trying to get my 18 and unders to get with me, but we'll see how that goes.
Nick Wayne is gonna own wrestling in the near future. And he's only 16, so he's got presumably like 30 years at least if he stays healthy and feels like it.
Yeah, it's like you were saying while we were watching, Mike. Like, he'll probably be GCW champ by the time he's 24 and AEW champ by the time he's 30. He's got, and that would be 14 years from now. That would be 14 years from now.
Yeah, so as long as AEW doesn't self-implode by then.
Ah, they almost did. Ha! Sorry.
Yeah.
I need to not do that today. I need to calm down.
Also, mandatory, rub for Tony Deppen. Love Tony Deppen. Big shout out Tony Deppen. And big shout out to Tony Deppen selling a Bronco Buster from Alley Catch with the stink face and like the gag face.
I got one more meme spot. I mean, one more GIF spot.
It was
Shane Mercer threw up Kogar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw his name.
Shane Mercer is like the Terminator.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I remember in the chat when I was watching yesterday, I was like, yo, Mercer. Because when I was watching the event from last night, I was like, yo, Mercer just lifted up freaking Tankman. What the hell is going on? And now he's doing this shit? Like, oh my gosh, that dude is I was talking when I was talking to Mike, I was saying, dude, he's my new favorite wrestler. Like, I love you, Bryan Danielson, but he's my new favorite wrestler. Like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. He's my new favorite.
Watch Shane Mercer versus Yoya from GCW Fight Club in October. It is literally a grown man playing with a G.I. Joe.
Awesome.
Like,
we can watch it together.
G.I. Joe.
He like lawn darted him from the ring into like the third row.
Yeah, we need to watch that together for sure. But yeah, anyways, aside from that,
I just want to say I love Atticus Kogar. Atticus Kogar scares me, so I'm gonna say that I love him, so he doesn't appear in my nightmares.
That's
he's
the way
gonna
to
do it
avoid
anyways. He's like Freddy Krueger. He just shows up.
That man is a little devil. You remember that when oh fuck, when MJF rode in on the little skateboard and Tony Schiavone's over the thing. It actually might have been JR. He goes, "Here comes the little devil." On the skateboard, riding in on again. Here comes the little devil. And every time I see Atticus, here comes the little devil. That man is scary as fuck. If you are not scared by that man, if you don't see him and go, he might put some skewers in my head. And it might make a big hole in my head.
Excuse me.
I want to know what I would do that would make him put skewers in my head.
Be fucking you.
Him just being
he doesn't like people. That's not a shot on you. That's him. He don't.
That
like
sounded
people.
like a shot at me.
Look,
No.
I'll say be fucking me. He would kill me.
It's just him being him.
Yeah, it's just him. It feels like.
Crazy that they were
man.
crazy that they were chanting hard for him in this match.
That's
too.
pretty insane. Because he's got me hating him. After that match he had with Oliver, I was like, screw you! I've only seen one of your matches, but screw you! You're getting the middle finger. So he was working me pretty hard.
He
and,
did so good with Everett yesterday too. Just want to say that.
I like Atticus. He's so good. Like
he was really good.
Cool. I'm cool with it. I get that he's a heel, but like I like him. So I honestly can't.
I mean, cool heel vibes.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like that Moxley thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like the way you act, the way you act, people should be booing you, but you're just like so fucking cool.
Yeah, that's Eddie Kingston too.
Yes, Eddie Kingston. It's it's when it's done well, it's fucking great.
Yeah, or even Brock when he came back for Reigns, and then he got suspended for doing all that stuff. Everyone was cheering him, and he was doing heel stuff. I mean, I was cheering too, just because he was doing that crap to Adam Pearce. And I hate that. I hate that man. But anyways, I do not like Adam Pearce. His character. But
I don't like Sonya Deville, but that's for a different reason.
Everyone loves a badass.
What is happening?
Off topic.
You know what Sonya Deville looks like. So if that's what she looks like, that's how I'm gonna feel.
Well,
sue me. Let's talk about this match. Okay. Lots and lots of blood. Yeah. We had a death match to close out this show. In our main event, we had Alex Colon taking on John Wayne Murdoch. How did you guys feel about this match? All of the spots, all of the craziness. I want to be honest here once again. I was definitely having a mental breakdown and having a panic attack and having to do black woman stuff while the Big E Brock stuff was happening. So I was trying to pay attention to this match, but I really couldn't focus too much. So once again, I'm going to pass it off to these guys to talk about it. Otherwise, you're just going to hear me cry about Big E for the next 30 minutes. So, Mike, do you want to start with this?
Absolutely. It was what I would hope to get out of John Wayne Murdoch and Alex Colon. God, the blood. But like they're both masters of the death match, so they intertwined the use of light tubes into so many normal ass wrestling moves, and then the German suplex that John Wayne Murdoch did to Alex Colon, and then he just popped up.
My god!
And he just popped up and just tackled his ass right through that plate. I was like, okay, and this is where the bloodshed goes skyrocketing off of the graph now. And yeah, like they drew out the carving on the different sides of the ring, and then like even to the outside, he's just carting him around he's just walking him around the outside of the ring, basically just carving him up for felt like 10 minutes. It probably wasn't that long. And you could just tell Colon loves this shit so much. Like he stops in the middle of the match. He's just hopping around the ring like, let's go, smashing tubes over his head. And
what did you guys think of the finish? Because I want to hear what you guys thought of the finish before I say what I thought of the finish.
I got mad questions.
It was it was confusing as hell.
I gotta talk to some people after that.
I'm assuming we're just gonna go down the like Akira versus Cologne route now with it. I don't know,
Yes.
which last night Akira wrestled in the main event, and then post match Murdoch Murdoch came out to help him out and called out Alex Cologne, who happened to be doing commentary on the match. So like there's kind of like a mentor relationship, I think, between Akira and John Wayne Murdoch. So I kind of I like it. I'm not a fan of the 2x4 with gusset plates all over it, because that was just like, oh god, as soon as he touched him with that thing, he was just squirting everywhere. like this
is me during the skewers. I made that exact noise. I apologize.
It got mentioned on commentary. Props to their camera team for that one shot of Murdoch laying on the mat at the end there, and you could literally see blood like squirting and trickling out of him from multiple spots on his arm and head.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting.
Did he put the drill in his arm? I remember that.
Yeah.
I saw the drill.
How did I forget there was a drill?
Oh my god. Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Going on.
Yeah, there was so much going on.
But we didn't talk about how this match actually ended. So basically, I heard this part is the ref called for the bell because he thought that the injury was too bad, and then basically John was like, "No, fuck that, restart the match."
Yeah, he was like, "Oh no, I just wanted a towel." Like he's like, "I just wanted a towel and some tape," and the ref rang the bell. So I'm guessing it's all just worked anyway. Like I think that's just the finish that they had, but like I really wanted a decision in this one, and like I don't know if it's kind of to protect Murdoch on his side being a deathmatch champion in another promotion where.
After that,
nobody
John
really wanted
still
to
tapped out, though. No, he still tapped, right?
He did still tap after they finished the match, though. Like, so I don't understand what the whole like stoppage spot was like all about, really. Like,
I have a question. How maybe this is just me being new to GCW and being stupid, but how sure are we that was a spot?
Pretty sure
99.8.
Okay,
it just.
I trust you guys.
Yeah,
I do too.
There was too much going on. There was too much going on with it for it to seem like a real moment.
Yeah, if the ref was going to stop the match, it would either be because someone's like unconscious or is on the verge of death. Like we've seen that before. People have had really bad injuries where they arteries are in like bleeding out everywhere, things like that. Or if someone says they want to stop. And that's what commentary said. They said he wanted to stop. But there was no indication that he ever said that to the ref. So I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, this is our finish? We're getting a no finish in GCW?
I'm glad they did I'm glad they did the restart. And then,
the ending came out weird, whether it's planned or not.
It did. Yeah, absolutely. Like... Again, like I feel like you could have just done without the whole stoppage bit and just let them keep going as they were, and then still have Cologne win by submission at throw him in the camel clutch anyway. So like there was a ref bump randomly in the match too that I thought was just like it was
overbooked. I thought the entire match was overbooked. I thought it was too much. A death match, you kind of expect there to be a lot going on and a lot of moving parts, but I just thought this one it was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but it was not my favorite death match. It was too much going on.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Don't you guys really have anything further to add to that?
Yeah, it was just weird.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I just wanted to kind of talk about the card for the next GCW show. When we will be seeing you guys again, which is looking like the 14th. So that's GCW Most Notorious in Detroit.
Harpo's.
And we have fucking Kevin Nash coming to the show. I don't know what.
Oh, what?
Kevin Nash, Sabu, Rhino.
What?
I didn't see those. It was not Kevin Nash. Okay, let's talk about this match card real quick. I want to talk about the match I'm most excited for first because it got black people in it. Rich Swann taking on Leon Ruff. Sorry, you know that's how it is over here. Super excited to see that match. We also have Alex Shelley taking on Jimmy Jacobs. For the GCW Ultraviolent title, we have Alex Colon taking on Hoodfoot. And then for the tag team match, we have Two Cold Scorpio and Ricky Morton taking on fucking Bussy.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be good.
Detroit is not a B10.
It's gonna be good.
You don't even need anything else. You just need to see Bussy, and you're just gonna know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, dude. Detroit is not a B town. You don't poke Bussy in a B town.
Oh, also looks like Dark Sheik is announced for this show.
Oh, interesting.
I don't. I'm looking at Cage Match right now. I haven't seen a match announced for them yet, but that's what it looks like so far. So I don't know anything else from there yet.
I'm excited for this one. I actually I had house guests from Michigan here with me for the last week, and I keep trying to we watched Till Infinity last night, so I was like, hey, they're gonna be in Detroit on the 14th. You're like a half-hour drive from that place. Y'all should check it out.
Don't you give them the Cassidy bug. Cassidy drives 5 hours for a fucking show.
They literally live in Detroit, or like outside of it, basically. So I don't think I'm, sending them too far out of their way.
Okay.
I live like 3 hours from Detroit, and I'm like, if I could financially figure this out, I might go. So I'd have to cross an international border.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds real fun with COVID. Sounds super fun with COVID. Oh, Jesus.
I gotta see some GCW. I heard it everything I understand is it is once you experience it live, it's like just it's absolutely next level. So I've got
also. I think I don't know if you guys talked about it yesterday, but GCW Atlanta was announced. And I know I'm going to try to make my way there. Supposedly, Kiley is trying to make her way there as well. So we shall see if that happens. We might need a whole new team for that show. But, oh, God. Lord bless me if I go to GCW Atlanta.
I
mean, I'll be here, too.
Okay.
I'm in Texas. I'm not going to be able to go to Georgia.
I don't fuck. Oh, fuck.
That's
Kiley, can you imagine me at fucking GCW Atlanta? I'm going to be fucking losing my mind.
GCW is the best.
I'll be fucking batshit crazy. Jesus Lord.
I've got lottery numbers from tonight to check still. And so depending how that goes, you might be seeing me at every GCW show in the near future.
I'm going to pray for your lottery tickets.
I will be flying a lot. I need to see all the independent wrestling I can. I live in Canada. Nothing is happening in my region. I want to watch live wrestling so bad. Please. Please.
Okay. We're coming up on the hour mark. Let's wrap up with some plugs. Plug everything you got going on. Kiley, leave that plug I know you're thinking about plugging for me, and I'll do it at the end, okay?
Okay. You can follow me on Twitter at @Fuller_Kiley. I do writing on bodyslam.net. I do the GCW Post-Show. I do interviews. I do podcasts. I do lots of things.
Me and her are sending secret brain waves to each other right now.
She's staring at me like this.
Don't say the one thing.
Wait, I want it. Don't steal my pop.
No, it's not my pop. I mean, if you want to say it, you could say it. I was going to squeeze it in with a big, long plug. God,
you can do it.
Okay. We'll have a conversation off camera about this, and I'll apologize and everything. It'll be my whole cancel culture party. Wyatt.
So you can follow me at CowboysXWrestling on Twitter. And you can find me on bodyslam.net for occasional editorials. And obviously here on the GCW post shows. And wink, wink, nudge, nudge again. Some other things coming up soon. So, yeah.
Spicy.
Follow the Body Slam Twitter. You'll hear the plug for that.
Yep.
Mr. Purple.
Yeah. You can catch me here whenever GCW has a show. I'm going to be dying to talk about it. Wednesdays, 8 o'clock, Dynamite live results. Fridays, 10 o'clock, Rampage live results. Unless they like do some weird shit and put it on a Saturday again. Starting next week, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, doing Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Not live results, but
when we get off this stream, I'm gonna say a prayer for you.
Immediately, thank you. Immediately following the show, results will be up. So, check out Body Slam if you're not wanting to watch Raw, but wanting to know what happens at 11 p.m. when it's over. It's over at 11, right? Like, is it 8 to 11 or 9 to 12? Because,
8 to 11.
8 to 11.
Still, ooh.
Excuse me. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. It's like, it's what, like 2 matches I get to, it's like 2 matches to do results for Raw, right?
I mean, it's like 9 2-minute matches.
Oh, okay. All right. Either way.
Although
it's same shit.
You know what? Hey, I'm like sort of maybe okay with watching NXT 2.0. Like
that's good. That's good.
There's like actual.
There's some.
There's some good wrestlers on there.
Very
that like are actually like wrestling matches on there. And
yes. Yeah. I'm gonna pray for you because enjoy that Big E storyline. Enjoy that. But let's do the big plug, okay? You guys can follow me on Twitter at Jaychele. Obviously, we're leading up to a big day tomorrow. Well, today, I guess. At 6 p.m. Bianca time or EST, you can catch ADHDiva's podcast on the Body Slam channel. We are so excited to bring you our first episode. You're going to get to hear a legendary rant from me. I might be hyping this up too much. I apologize if I am. But you're going to hear a legendary rant from me about Big Swole and all the issues with Black people in wrestling right now, because that's a whole situation in itself. We're trying to get some special guests on. I have confirmed SP3. SP3 will be on there with us. Trying to get a little bit of a Black panel to speak about their experiences in wrestling because it's so important to give them the platform right now. But also, sorry, Haley's gonna eat an onion. Sorry, it's like Haley's gonna eat an onion. If you want to see a person eat an onion and cry, I think you should tune in tomorrow.
She might throw up.
Yeah,
in the morning,
dude. Wait, I'm so excited because every week. Okay, so the whole idea of the podcast was that we're gonna talk about wrestling, but we can't stay on topic. We're gonna try to fill it with comedy. So I was like, let's open with a cold open every single week. Let's do it. First cold open, Haley eats an onion. Second cold open, I eat a spicy chip. Third cold open, Kiley walks on Legos. Fourth cold open, Haley eats paper. This is just gonna go down, real fast. But people love chaotic energy. Huh?
We're already committed to the bit, so now we just have to and we already promoted that Haley's eating the onion on everywhere, so she has to do it now.
We're so excited to do this show, though. It's gonna be a really good show. Like I promised, like it sounds like real dysfunctional right now, but we've had like one production meeting a day for like this past week to try to actually make this shit work. We're probably not going to stay on topic, but it's like going to be like a 2-hour show. So like from 6 to 8 o'clock, you want to chill and watch some funny wrestling shit, will be your show. We also have Jarrett Bailey on our show. He'll be on the show again real soon to teach me about football. So if you want to watch me learn about football when I have no idea about that, that'll be coming real soon. But Jarrett's going to be there to talk about that women's Rampage match that we just saw. Obviously, we're going to have to talk about day one, I guess. We're going to have to do that. We'll probably touch on some GCW stuff over there as well. But we're so excited to bring you that show. I know Kiley's excited. Haley's excited. Literally, we have an interview with Janai Kai also. If you're interested in that, we got a 20-minute interview that's exclusive. That'll be up through that show. So, yeah, we're super pumped. You guys can follow bodyslam.net on all platforms. You can search in your browser if you want some wrestling news coverage. Also, we got MMA coverage as well if you're interested, editorials, results, all that good stuff. You can follow us on every single social media platform, bodyslam.net. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all the good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. We are also now on streaming platforms. So if you want to listen to us instead of seeing us, you can also check us out over there. So that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Music, wherever you get your shit from. You know what I'm talking about. But also make sure to follow ADH Divas on Twitter as well. That's ADH Divas Pod. We'll have some updates and funny memes over there as well. The same person who runs the Body Slam Twitter runs the ADH Divas Twitter. So if you like the meme content over there, Dan's our guy, makes the best memes. Sour Boy is the best and the worst at the same time. Any final comments as we take this show off the air, guys?
I got nothing.
There.
Nope.
Okay.
Nah.
I hope that you clean your bussy, I guess. I guess. Bye, guys. Say bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.